Good morning. Thank you for joining us on THV 11 streaming on THV 11 Plus. I'm Karen Fuller.
I'm Hayden Balgavy. Happy Wednesday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Tracy Bean is breaking down the forecast. You got her for another 3 hours here on THV 11 Plus, and Ashley King now in the house to break down your traffic. And hopefully, I got to tell you, yesterday I was very impressed with the drivers of Central Arkansas.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
A lot of cars on the road, but we didn't have any accidents for our morning commute. Wish I could say the same for right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, there's only been one, I think, and it was, it's going eastbound, but still, it's there.
Eastbound and down?
That's right.
There you go.
All right. Well, let's take a look at your weather because that is picture perfect today. We are looking at a few more clouds today, and we're also a bit warmer this morning as we are taking a look out over our beautiful city, the capital. Nice shot there. We are going to see 52 to begin your Wednesday. Yes, it is Wednesday. I had to think about it for a second here at 6 a.m. and we're seeing those winds east northeast around 5, so fairly light. So not too bad out there this morning. We're going to see those winds shift more southerly, and then we're going to start to warm up, and these mornings are going to be in the 60s for the next couple of days as well. So again, it's warmer today, be even warmer tomorrow morning. So get ready for that. We are looking for those highs in the upper 70s and low 80s as those winds do shift a bit more southerly, and it's bringing in a little bit more moisture again with that Gulf flow, and that's going to come into play with a bit of cloud cover. And then also we're watching some weather that is out west. It's going to continue to make its way here, and that could give us some strong storms as we're heading into early next week. But for now, I just want you to enjoy this beautiful spring weather. We can worry about that later. Just know that we are watching that weather for early next week for you. But as you're heading into this last part of the weekend to the weekend, things are looking pretty good. But we will start to see those rain showers start to push into western Arkansas later on Sunday. So overall, Ashley, traffic's not giving us any troubles at all this morning.
Thank you, Tracy. This is a look at the Big Rock interchange. I was trying to get a look at this accident that is just outside of Little Rock on Interstate 40 around Kerr Road, but wasn't able to get a good shot of that. It's just so dark, and the camera views, the angles weren't giving us what we needed. But this is a look at the traffic you can see right here at the Big Rock interchange. So a few cars out on the road. I do want to zoom in and show you what's going on with this because it is slowing down just a little bit. So Interstate 40, if you're heading eastbound, it's moving at 25 miles per hour with this accident. It is blocking the left lane in Lone Oak, I-40 eastbound before Remington Road. So if you're going to be heading east out of Little Rock towards Lone Oak, just be aware that this is slowing things down this morning. But that's the only accident or slowdown that we're seeing right now. We can check this coming up again in a few minutes.
Ashley, thank you. We begin this morning with the latest developments in the ongoing war in the Middle East. President Trump announcing a last-minute ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran Tuesday evening, putting a temporary halt to the fighting.
After 38 days of Operation Epic Fury, the president says U.S. bombing will stop for 2 weeks, while Iran agrees to reopen the Strait of Hormuz after weeks of being shut down.
The president calls the Pakistani brokered agreement, quote, a double-sided ceasefire. CBS correspondent Jared Hill has more, and what happens next.
Today, a pause after nearly 40 days of war with Iran. This after President Trump announced he'd agreed to a 2-week double-sided ceasefire, an hour and a half before his deadline to launch new, devastating strikes on the country.
We can bomb the hell out of them.
The news, a relief for protesters in New York.
I think that anytime people aren't dying, that's good.
In Tehran, celebrations spilled into the streets. Iran's foreign minister says the ceasefire deal includes a 2-week safe passage for ships through the Strait of Hormuz in coordination with Iran's military. Iran has also given the U.S. a 10-point long-term peace proposal, which President Trump described as a workable basis on which to negotiate. The ceasefire comes after Trump's intensifying rhetoric, threatening on social media earlier Tuesday, quote, a whole civilization will die tonight if no agreement.
They're going to have no bridges. They're going to have no power plants.
Iranians formed human chains to protect critical infrastructure. Some Democratic lawmakers called for President Trump to be impeached or removed through the 25th Amendment.
I think it's very clear that Donald Trump is not fit to serve as president and commander-in-chief.
Some Republicans also expressing concern over the proposed strikes.
I do not want to see us start blowing up civilian infrastructure.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said in a statement he supports the ceasefire with Iran, but added the pause does not cover Israel's conflict with Lebanon. Jared Hill, CBS News.
More promising news out of the Middle East this morning. An American journalist kidnapped in Baghdad is now free. A senior Iraqi government official says Shelley Kittleson has been released and taken in by Iraqi authorities who are arranging to get her out of the country. She was abducted last Tuesday by the pro-Iran militia Kataib Hezbollah. The group says it agreed to release her on the condition that she leave Iraq immediately. They worked closely with Iraqi leaders to help secure her release. Kittleson covers the Middle East and contributes to the Al Monitor news organization. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin says DHS employees should start receiving their back pay by Friday, with some payments possibly arriving by Monday. The partial government shutdown that began 6 weeks ago forced thousands of employees, including officers with the TSA, to keep working without pay, leading to record call-outs and long airport lines. Mullin says executive action from President Trump, along with existing funding flexibility, will cover those missed paychecks.
Now to a THV 11 update. This morning, police in Bryant are charging 2 teenage boys, ages 14 and 15, in connection with a recent bomb threat at the Kohl's on Alcoa Exchange. Officers say the store was evacuated last Thursday night as multiple agencies responded, including K-9 units from Little Rock, to search the building. Investigators say they did not find any explosives during that sweep. Both teens now face charges of threatening a fire or bomb, and the case is moving forward to juvenile court in Saline County. Trouble this morning for the new police chief in Osceola. Police Chief Robert Eflin is now under scrutiny after an alleged assault caught on camera prompted the mayor to call in outside investigators. Video obtained by THV 11 appears to show Chief Eflin striking a man who was in a wheelchair. The incident reportedly happened on Thursday night. Now the mayor says the city will take what he called, quote, appropriate action once outside investigators complete their review. Chief Eflin has been on the job for just 1 month.
In Jefferson County, tensions continue to rise between the Quorum Court and County Judge Gerald Robinson as they clash over how to handle county money. The dispute flared Tuesday night when Quorum Court members set their agenda, and Judge Robinson pushed a plan to cut road department positions, a move that would let the county consolidate salaries and give raises to other employees. Robinson tried a similar approach last month, but some leaders pushed back. Justice of the Peace Alfred Carroll says that's not how budgets or raises are handled. Carroll argues the judge already approved the budget and is now redirecting funds to a select few.
You can buy loyalty. You can buy loyalty from employees if you just want to know the truth. And when you do that, it keeps employees from not necessarily becoming whistleblowers. It keeps employees quiet. It allows the status quo to continue.
Carroll says selecting who gets raises instead of addressing all 400 county employees could create fairness and financial concerns. We reached out to Judge Robinson, but he declined to comment.
Opening night for the Arkansas Travelers brought fans back to Dickey-Stephens Park last night, but beyond the excitement on the diamond, there is a bigger conversation happening off of the field.
Team leaders and city officials are now looking ahead to determine if the Travs will continue to call the park home long term, too. THV 11's Tamer Knight joins us in the studio with what's at stake. Good morning, Tamer.
Well, good morning, Karen and Hayden. The Arkansas Travelers parent company Diamond Baseball Holdings says it wants a stronger partnership with the city, one that goes beyond just baseball. The team has been a staple along the North Little Rock riverfront since 2007. But now the current lease is in its final term, meaning both sides will need to decide what's coming next. City leaders say negotiations will be key, with Mayor Terry Hardwick expected to play a critical role in any extension. City Council member Nathan Hamilton says Mayor Hardwick is the day-to-day operations guy for the city, and he quotes, "Trust him."
We need to understand what they need in order to succeed, and if the city of North Little Rock is in a position to be able to give that to them.
City officials also point to the team's economic impact, estimated at more than $9 million last year. And the city acknowledges that the team doesn't just host baseball games, but also drives tourism, events, and business for local restaurants. Now, Diamond Baseball Holdings CEO Peter Freud said the company is committed to keeping the team in North Little Rock and says negotiations are already underway. Mayor Hardwick said in a statement he's confident the Travelers will remain in North Little Rock for the years to come. Reporting for THV 11 News, I'm Tamer Knight.
Big part of Arkansas history needs to stay put. Tamer, thank you. Well, today the city of Little Rock is highlighting National Community Development Week with an event showcasing affordable rental housing. The event starts at 9:30 this morning. It's at the 4200 block of West 26th Street with Mayor Frank Scott Jr. and community leaders attending. The showcase is part of the city's ongoing efforts to provide safe, stable, and affordable housing for low to moderate income residents and support economic mobility in key neighborhoods. Event leaders are encouraging residents in the area to attend to be able to see the progress being made in the community. Also today, UAMS is hosting a free barbershop talk forum. It's at 5:30 tonight at St. Mark Baptist Church here in Little Rock. Attendees will see a documentary highlighting barbershop talk. They will also join a panel with local barbers and enjoy a free meal. Program helps men learn about alcohol risks and highlights barbershops as community spaces for sharing health information. The event is part of National Public Health Week, running today through Sunday.
And now let's talk weather with meteorologist Tracy Bean and the forecast to help you plan your midweek Wednesday.
Well, it's going to be a good one, and especially for a lot of school kids, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. It is 52 in the capital city. We are seeing mainly 50s to our south as that wind begins to shift a bit more from the south, and we're going to start to see the warming trend as we're heading into the next couple of days. That first pitch forecast, 11:05 today, it is school day, and some of those kids are going to be out having a great time. It's going to be around 67, a few clouds out there, but it's going to warm up nicely. We are going to see a beautiful, beautiful time for the kiddos there. Talking about those temperatures in the afternoon, we're going to see 80s to our south. We're going to be right on the cusp of that as well, and we'll start to see those 80s as we're heading into the weekend, but rain chances do start to pick back up as we're heading into Sunday evening, and that will extend into midweek next week.